This is Dipali Bedi. I'm a clinical psychologist. I am working with Sukhum Psychotherapy Center and I work in creating mental health awareness through a tagline of Sukhum Pledge to Seek Help. Today what we are going to talk about is in specific to what one of my client was wanting me to talk about. Let me talk a little about this client. He's a male in a marriageable age and having a lot of issues with his parents or rejection even by his parents because of his rebellious nature, has very firm beliefs in what he is and otherwise doing decently well in life, but when it comes to the whole concept of marriage, he gets really anxious. He really gets anxious of the fact that my parents have never been able to understand me. According to them, I have been a black spot on their life. Now they want me to get married. And obviously, it is not that he's completely disconnected from the family. There would be an interference from the family. So what sort of a life partner should I choose? Because whatever I would choose, they will not be able to adapt to. Because he has a very liberal understanding of females in a way, in how they can have a different thought process, in a way how they can have a different dressing style, and have an independent aspiration. Obviously, he's somewhere even looking at a female in his life, which is actually having an aspiration in life of her own. And on the other side, parents who are not even happy with his aspirations and his choice of life, how would they be okay with an idea of him finding a partner which is somewhere of like him? And he surely gets more concerned because his mother is still too much indulgent into pushing him towards getting married and wanting to basically be involved into the choice of the female and what as a life partner he would choose. So his biggest concern is that, my parents have never been able to accept me. So would they ever be able to accept my wife if I choose my way? Or even if I don't choose completely my way, would they be okay to really adapt to the generation change which has happened over the years and accept her the way it is? Or am I actually getting into a marriage where I'll be almost cribbing throughout my life, trying to maintain a balance between my wife and my parents? He would use words as rude as that, like they have hit each other and hit their children throughout their life. This is what is going to be my story if I go by their ways of being, and if I have to even adjust into that. So I do want a life partner, I do want to get married, but I really don't know how to create that balance. I'm not over here to tell you how to create that balance because I don't have an answer. I'm over here to discuss with you, think over it, as to, because this concern is not of one person, it's beautifully brought up by one person in therapy session, but has been discussed in a lot of ways with many others, where the man wants the marriage not to break families, uh, but don't know how to manage both the needs of what his family is expecting and what things have changed over the years with the bigger society, and thus expecting a life partner of that kind. Some may have not been the black spot for their parents and thus don't want to be anymore be the black spots, but some might be the black spots for their parents and they don't know, means is the only solution for them is to completely choose that we hate you and you hate us, so I don't give it a shit to what you have to think, and I'll choose a partner of my choice. क्या हमारे पास एक ही तरीका है, सिर्फ एक ही तरीका कि बेसिकली हम परवाह करनी बंद कर दे कि पेरेंट्स को क्या चाहिए या दब जाए. शायद दबने वाले बोलते नहीं हैं, इसलिए शायद वो चीज़ दिमाग में नहीं आए कि या तो पूरी तरह दब जाए, वॉट एवर यू चूज, लिव बाय इट, एंड बर्दाश्त करते रहेंगे, डिप्रेशन में जाएंगे फिर भी बर्दाश्त करेंगे, जो भी है बर्दाश्त करेंगे, एंड वो झगड़ों के बीच में पलते रहेंगे. But in both the cases, we are not looking at marriages which would be very happy, very healthy. So almost it is a plead to the even to the elderly generation that now things have changed drastically. Initially the generation gap was not huge, but things have in the recent past changing hugely drastically. They cannot be completely rejective of the change. वक्त वापस नहीं पलटता है. It will never happen that the time would go back to the time which it was earlier. It has moved ahead. So really asking that the females would not see that they are being abused, if they are being suppressed, or if they are being ridiculed, would not happen. जो चीज़ एक बार दिख चुकी है वो दिख चुकी है. Indeed इतनी exaggerate होके दिख गई है कि कई बार literally लगता है कि actually इतना हो भी रहा है कि एक exaggerated version भी है. शायद कई जगहों पे हो भी रहा है, कई जगहों पे exaggerated version भी है, because somewhere females are even using this as a tool to get back, where interestingly today morning itself one of my maid means she would always talk about how her husband takes them her money for alcohol, and otherwise she would say fine, I'm working for that reason. She would never crib around it. And today morning she said मेरी ननंद आके मुझे कहती है कि भाई को तुम मारती क्यों है, और वो आज सुबह भी मेरे पर्स में से पैसे निकाल के ले गया जो कि मेरे नहीं थे, किसी आंटी ने किसी काम के लिए दिया था. And I asked her, I said, do you hit him? And she said yes. She was very clear, yes. Means अगर कमा के मैं खिला रही हूँ, सब कुछ मैं कर रही हूँ, ये थोड़ी है कोई कुछ भी कर लेगा मेरे साथ. घर में पाल रही हूँ. His contribution is almost negligible. काम पे जाता है, जब उठता है पीने पिलाने के बाद में दोपहर तक थोड़ी देर काम किया, बाकी और पैसा जितना आता है अपने ऊपर ही उड़ा देता है, घर में कुछ देता नहीं है. So I am the one who's maintaining the house. तो कई बार ऑब्वियसली हाथ भी उठता है. And it was quite impressive in a way to hear that a female is very comfortable with the idea that obviously I'll not take shit and I'll basically hit him, so get nothing very clear that I do that. So it is not that all the females are just being submissive or being bashed left, right, and center. Uh, in the process of being a rebel, indeed females have become bigger rebels than men can be, uh, because they know they have the legal system in support as of now, and there is a parallel space where, you know, if you say one thing bad about the man, there's 1,001 people who will come and say, yes, he's the bad one. So there's a huge social support also. Comparatively, nowadays it's worst if the man says that, you know, ये maybe भी ऐसे करती है, something negative about her. It's like, you know, okay, you have to learn to tolerate it. It has to be done. There's no other way out. She's equal to you. She's at par with you. How can you not tolerate it? So it's become the other way around. So, but obviously, I'm not saying it's happened everywhere. There are females who are being suppressed, and some females even choose to stay in a suppressed relationship because they don't want to be independent. They don't want the change. Like anybody else, nobody wants the change, nor do our parents want the change. But this is a change which is happening. We want it or not. This is a change which is happening in society, and there's no way that you can stop this change from happening. So like a rigid tree, you can get broken down in the storm, or like a creeper, adjust and make a separate space for yourself, is something which the elderly generation and many people around us have to realize, that this change would not stop even if whatever they do, it is not stoppable. This change has to happen. This is the change of the time. The time would not stop for them. So one has to learn to basically adapt to this change and give that space for the next generation to be. May not become them. You can't completely let go of the morals and the thought processes that you come from, but stop pushing your thought processes and morals onto others. Thank you.